Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Fikrul Adiba and I'm from E-Class. In this video, I wanna show you about what is linguistics, and I wanna explain a little bit about morphology clearly. Okay guys, the first is what is linguistics? Linguistics is the scientific study of language, exploring the structure, development, and the relationships between human mind and society. According to John Lyon, 1981, that linguistics is the semantic study of human language, emphasizes a systematic approach to understand language. Linguistics covers several subjects are phonetic, phonology, morphology, semantic, and moreover. But today I'm going to explain about morphology. What do you know guys about morphology? Morphology is the smallest unit of language that has meaning or grammatical function, and it can be further divided into smallest meaningful forms, whether it can stand alone or not. That is morphology. So there are some types of morphology. The first is free morpheme. What is free morpheme? Free morpheme is a morpheme that can stand alone as a complete word and carries meaning by itself. For example, like book, run, happy. This verb can stand alone as a complete word, and they don't need another word. They can stand alone. So the second is bond morpheme. Bond morpheme is morpheme that can stand alone as a word. It only has a meaning when it's attached to another morpheme. For example, like happiness. Happiness comes from happy and add by suffix ness. So the next is derivational. Derivational morpheme are bond morpheme. They are attached to the base word, either as an addition at the beginning, you can say prefix, or addition at the end, you can say suffix, to form a new word with a different meaning, but can stay alone without a base word. Prefix. Remember that prefix is addition at the beginning, like an, over, the gitu ya. And then suffix is addition at the end. For example, like man, ness, ing, fully. That's it. Prefix, for example, like unhappy. Happy is free morpheme, but an before happy word is prefix. Why? Because an is addition at the beginning of the free morpheme. Happy. And the example for suffix, like development. Development comes from word develop. Develop is free morpheme, but man is suffix. Why? It because man is addition at the end of the word develop. And finally being development. That's the example of derivational. And then is inflection. What do you know about inflection, guys? Inflection is morpheme. Inflection morpheme are grammatical affixes that indicate features such as tense, number, position, or comparison without changing the basic meaning of the base word. Did you understand? Inflection divided into two types. Plural and possessive. Plural, for example, like this. I have 2 dogs. Where is the plural in this word? I have 2 dogs. The plural is dogs, as in the dogs, as in the dog's word. I have 2 dogs. Plural, the meaning in Indonesia is jamak, and the example is I have 2 dogs. Aku punya dua hewan, yakni anjing, dua anjing. Nah, we use dogs it because we have 2. 2 is plural. If singular, we don't need to use as at the end, right? So possessive, for example, is this is Anna's book. Where is the possessive? The possessive is Anna's, as at the end in the Anna's word. Why? Possessive, it means like kepemilikan. This is Anna's book. Ini adalah bukunya Anna. Bukunya Anna, miliknya Anna. That's why we use possessive. It because the meaning is kepemilikan. Like this. That's the example of the inflection. Okay, here are some exercises, and we have to understand about what we learn just now. The first is lovely. Lovely is 2 morpheme, love and suffix addition at the end. Li is suffix. Love is 3 morpheme and li is suffix. This is the example of suffix. So the word congratulation is 2 morpheme. Free morpheme is congratulate, and n is suffix. Jadi congratulation adalah the example of suffix. So circulation is 2 morpheme. Free morpheme is circulate, and addition at the end, n is suffix, congratulation. And then happening is 2 morpheme. Free morpheme is happen, and ing at the end is suffix, happening. The example of suffix. And here is the example of prefix. The first is unreal. Unreal is 2 morpheme. Un is addition at the beginning of the word is prefix. And then real, free morpheme. Unreal. So misunderstand. Misunderstand is two morpheme. Misunderstand is two morpheme. Miss is prefix because it's addition at the beginning, and understand is free morpheme. Misunderstand. And then anti-hero. Anti-hero is two morpheme. Anti is prefix. Why? It's because anti is addition at the beginning of the word. Anti-hero. Anti is prefix and hero is free morpheme. And then anti-hero. These are example of the prefix and how we make three morpheme. For example, like unhappiness. Unhappiness is three morpheme. Why? N is prefix. It because N is addition at the beginning, and happy is free morpheme because it can stand alone. And then ness is suffix. It because ness is addition at the end of the word. Unhappiness, prefix, free morpheme, and suffix. Unhappiness is it's three morpheme. And then how do we understand about this sentence? Maya has 3 dolls. Maya has 3 dolls. This is the example of plural inflection. Where is the plural inflection? Dolls. Maya has 3 dolls. As if the end of the doll is plural inflection. And then Budi and Andre have 2 pens. Budi and Andre have 2 pens. Where is the plural inflection? The plural inflection is pens. As at the end of the pen. Budi and Andre have 2 pens. So the example of the possessive inflection, like there was my father's car. There was my father's car. Where is the possessive inflection? The possessive inflection is father's as it the father's. There was my father's car. Dia menunjukkan kepemilikan. Okay, this our materials today, and I hope we are understand about what we learned just now. And this I want to tell you why linguistic is very crucial, is essential for ELT learning. Why? Because linguistic provides teachers with the scientific understanding of language structure, like sounds, words, grammar, meaning to explain why English works, not just what the rules are, enabling them to diagnose errors, design effective lessons, handle complex students' questions, and tailor instruction for better fluency and deeper comprehension. It moves teaching beyond word memorization to pattern recognition, making learning more relevant and effective. Okay, I think enough until here. Thank you very much for your nice and best attention, guys. I'm Fikratul Adiba, and lastly, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.